Well, hello there, folks. We have another topic today that could be somewhat controversial. Should I subscribe to and listen to these different martial art forums, business forums, art forums, etc.? And the answer I would like to say, which might really tick some people off, depending on who you are. Depends on who you are, but across the board, no. For your staff, keep them brainwashed to what you want them to know. I used to expose my staff to, all kinds of groups and want them to really gather information, bring it back to me, et cetera, et cetera. And so what happens is a staff person that does not understand your machine correctly will go out, they'll get this bright idea from someone else who's highly successful, so it works in their schools, so it should work in our schools too, and they bring it back. And I always like to use the analogy of a vehicle. Let's say that you have a great BMW sedan. You got a BMW sedan and you have a Toyota Tundra pickup truck, okay? Those two vehicles use different tires. Their motor is made of different components. They both run on gasoline. And there are general principles where they are the same, but the seats are different, the steering wheel's different, etc. In your schools, there is a certain culture, there's a certain curriculum, there's certain programs. Understand that business principles are the same. Sales systems, principles can be the same, marketing, etc. They can be the same. How it's disseminated and how it fits into your culture, it's all part of the machine, the motor that makes it run. And sometimes when we try to put in like a new program, how many times have you guys instituted a new program? It just didn't work, In this other school, it works great, probably because it's in the prime time slots, maybe, all right? Maybe it fits better with the culture of the school. We can't put it in those prime time slots in our school because those prime time slots are used for your main program, your martial art, karate, jiu-jitsu, or taekwondo program. So be real careful of how we accept information. I believe when an instructor is really seasoned, and how long does an instructor take to become seasoned? I like to say 3 years. Even owners that start out and they're an owner, they're not really seasoned until after 3 years at least, and maybe not even till then. But until you've seen a lot, experienced a lot, and tried a lot, I would be very careful of what you expose your staff to. And be very careful of how you accept this information, whatever it may be, and make sure you know how it will fit into the machine. And don't get me wrong, I have tried a whole lot of stuff, and a whole lot of stuff has failed, and some of it has been successful, and I'm glad I did it. But as you get older and wiser and more seasoned, you have a higher discernment of what you can implement and what you can't. So that's just a good topic of conversation. Just because you hear a great idea doesn't mean it's going to be successful in your location. In my office, I have a patent on the wall from a martial arts invention that I created. And I leave it there because it reminds me not every good idea is a successful idea. I had a great idea. You just have to make sure it fits in the machine, in your machine correctly. And it helps your machine run better because your machine is different than everybody else's. Even if it's part of the same organization, same curriculum, etc. The instructors are different. The culture may be somewhat the same, but it's still a little different. Each school has its own special feeling. Hope you guys got something out of that. Just be careful of the next new shiny thing.